Hey everybody, this is Meredith Eisenberg. We're just hanging out for a minute while we wait for more people to get on the line, but I'm glad to see that you've all made it. Go ahead and say hi in the chat. Jasper is here with me, but he's not actually talking. Today he is doing the tech support, but pop on in, Jasper, and say hi.
Hi.
So he's going to be the one who you're chatting with as I give the presentation. So I'm so happy to see you guys all here, and I'm excited to get going and to show you what all I've learned over the past month about growing my Facebook page fast and quickly and not having it take forever. So why don't we just wait another minute or so, and Jasper, why don't you put it on the chat so that you can say hi to people as they type in. All right, so go ahead and just, type in the chat and say hey. I know Sarah is probably our longest distance traveled virtually attendee. She's in from Ghana, so that's really cool. Hi, Sarah. And hi, Shelly. And Shelly was talking about this awesome challenge that I'm doing. I'm doing an awesome act in April. So today my awesome act is being on this webinar with you guys. So I'm really glad to see you all and to see a bunch of you jumping on and having good attendance. It's going to be very cool. So as I said, we're just going to wait a couple seconds. And if you guys want, go ahead and put your Facebook pages in the chat. And that way we can all kind of help each other get a little bit of a head start by liking each other's pages and all of that. So go ahead and do that when you get a chance. And Jasper will also copy them all for us so that we can like all of your pages too. Hey, Corby, how are you? Hi, Judith. Hi, Adele. I don't know if anyone else is frozen. It might just be your internet, but there will be a replay because I know that Hangouts get kind of sticky sometimes. Hi, Kathy. It's nice to see everybody here. Yeah, I think it's loading slow. I think it is people's internet and their bandwidth and all of that. And again, I will do the replay for you guys just so that you can get the recording later if this ends up bugging you too much, because at least that will load real time. So go ahead, and put your Facebook pages in there, and then that way people can like each other. Oh, so Nancy's from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Yay. Is it cold there still, or is it getting to be spring? Okay. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Melissa.
Yeah.
Very cool. Hi, Bo. I love all these different Facebook pages. It looks like such a variety of people. So that's really kind of cool. I can't wait till after the webinar to go sort of, check all of you guys out and see what all you're up to. So it's going to be pretty cool. Very cool. So Jasper, do you want to start the slideshow?
Absolutely.
Okay, very cool. Okay, so today we are going to talk about how we grew our Facebook page to 2,000 likes in 30 days without spending a fortune on ads. And it's really funny that I'm doing this webinar because after my last encounter with Facebook ad classes, I did this whole thing on Facebook ads and it all changed like the next week, and I vowed I would never do it again. But we've gotten really good results, and so I'm really happy to be able to share with you guys what we've done on kind of a limited budget to really kind of get things going for you. So first of all, a little bit about me. So I am known as that really smart techie marketing girl who really loves to help people make money doing what they're passionate about. I'm co-host of the Paycheck to Passion podcast, and I'm really happy to see a couple of our guests attending today, so that's really cool. And I am the co-creator of the Passionate Entrepreneurs Network with Jasper, who is being the able technical person for me, which is really different. I keep wanting to touch the keyboard and switch the slides, and he keeps slapping my hand. So if you hear any ouches, that's what that's about. I've been working online for the past 8 years. I'm a certified online marketing manager. I just finished up that certification recently. And before starting online, and a lot of people don't know this, I was a public information officer for 15 years. And so I worked for Fairfax County, Virginia, and I help people learn how to recycle. I help people do all kinds of really cool stuff like that. And I won some national awards for my marketing campaigns. So that's a little bit about me. Okay, so here's what I'm going to teach you guys today. First of all, I'm going to show you how to make sure your page launches big and why that's important. I'm going to teach you a couple of tweaks to ads to get you lots of exposure for $10 a day. And I'm going to teach you how to create engagement on your page. So after this presentation today, I don't want your fan page to be a graveyard anymore, because there's nothing more really depressing than posting post after post after post and like getting 9 people who've looked at it. Like, there's no reason for that. So we're going to show you how to boost up the engagement so more people are seeing your posts. And so here's why this is important. A lot of people, when I've been talking to them about this webinar, they've said, so why do I even need a business page? I get so much more engagement on my personal page. Why should I even bother with this? And there are 2 reasons. One is Facebook can and will shut you down if they think that you're using your personal page as your business page. I've seen it happen to my clients. It's just not really a good thing. You can talk about your business on your personal page, but not to the exclusion of your personal stuff. And the second is that Google will actually spider your business page. It won't spider your personal page. So if you want things to be showing up on Google search, you need to have the Facebook business page. That being said, I spend time on both, and I share things back and forth between the 2. So you'll see things on my business page and I'll share them to my personal page and vice versa. So you shouldn't have one or the other. You really should have both. The second reason is it's totally possible to spend thousands of dollars on bad ads, and I think I have. I think I've spent probably a couple $1,000s. I don't have a lot of money to spend on this, so it's not tens of thousands of dollars on just wasted ads. I put out an ad and nothing happened. It's really terrible when that happens. And also, your page is a great way to help you reach new people. And that's really hard to do. It's really easy to kind of get your community going and get the people on your list and get the people who always play with you on the Facebook page. It's a lot harder to reach brand new people. So I'm really excited to see a lot of you today here on this webinar that I haven't talked to before. I see all my old friends, which is great, and I'm really glad to see new friends too. And it's also really easy to waste a lot of time and money trying to figure all of this out. You have your gift, you have your passion. Unless you're a social media manager, really, you shouldn't be spending too much time on this. You should just have a system that works. So is this webinar for you? So if you have a Facebook fan page or need one, that's a good prerequisite. I'm assuming that you wouldn't be on this call if you didn't. You don't have a full-time social media manager on your team. So basically, you're doing this for yourself. And you can't afford at this point to spend thousands of dollars on Facebook advertising. This is something that really annoys me, actually. I'm going to rant. And Jasper's going to kick me when I need to stop ranting, right? Okay, so you listen to these webinars and people say, yes, we're selling $10,000 a month off of our Facebook ads. And we've gotten thousands and thousands and thousands of new likes and all of that stuff. They're spending thousands and thousands of dollars for getting those thousands and thousands of new likes. So you really, this is a poor man's system. This is a system for you in the beginning. This is not, we spent a total of $300 on our ads over the month. And that's it, $10 a day. That's all we spent, and it was well worth it because we ended up getting to 2,000 likes. We actually surpassed that. Thank goodness, I'm glad, on Sunday, because I wanted to actually be able to show you guys that. And I'll talk a little bit later about a couple things I changed that helped us be getting more likes again. It was slowing down after a month. So we'll get to that later. Okay, so here is the deal. I learned this lesson really the hard way. So the first thing that we did is we started the Launch Ladies page in 2013. That was our marketing consulting business. It took me 2 years. And in 2 years, I got 700 likes. I ran ads. I did Follow Fridays. I did cute quotes. I did everything I could think of. I worked really hard on it, and I just got to 700 likes, which I thought was okay. As a matter of fact, when we had to restart this page, that was my goal, was just to get beyond the 700 likes I had on the other page. But then it grew and grew and grew a lot faster. And I'm like, wow, there's something here. So then the other thing that happened is our podcast and our brand up until that point was Paycheck to Passion. We've had it for about 6 months. We got less than 200 likes, and I was posting every day. And the reason for that is, dun, 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 I was a spam queen. Yes, Facebook thought that I was a spam queen. So I could not run ads on that second page at all. 0. Because every time I did, I'd get this nice little note from Facebook saying that I was telling people how to get rich quick and I was promoting dubious money-making schemes. And if anyone has ever listened to my podcast or been a guest on it, they know that that is absolutely not true. I ask people, how long does it take you? And the people on my podcast, Corby has been in business for 20 years. This is never, ever about get rich quick, but I was stuck, so I needed to do something brand new. So we started over. At the very beginning, we decided to sacrifice those 200 hard-earned likes and start from scratch, which was really scary, actually. So we put up a brand new page. We decided to go ahead and tweak our brand a little bit and make the podcast part of the Passionate Entrepreneurs Network and have it go underneath. And then we had an existing list and podcast. So we weren't starting all the way from scratch, but we were starting over in a lot of very important ways. And so here's what actually helped. We decided that we needed a system. We needed a template. We needed to be posting roughly the same things to Facebook every day. And we used a variation of the same system that we used to launch our podcast on iTunes, where we were on New and Noteworthy for the entire 8 weeks that we were eligible to do that. And we decided that instead of just like throwing $300 at the Facebook ads, in 2 days, that we were going to take a slow and steady approach and that we didn't want to spend more than $10 a day on our ads. So here is my quick 5-step system for how to get 2,000 likes on your page. So the first thing, and this is the same tactic that you use for a Kindle book or for a podcast or anything else, you want to prime the pump. And so we'll get into that a little bit later, and I'll explain what that means. The second thing is you really want to target your target audience. So don't just spray out to everybody. Get a little focused about the people who you think will enjoy your page and what they're interested in. The third thing you need to do is to really create your content wisely. Make sure that nothing is wasted because it takes a lot of time and energy and brain power to come up with this stuff. You want to make sure that it's all just really good and useful. The next one is I'm going to teach you some tricks to get some engagement really easily so that you're not in the fan page graveyard. And then fifth is you want to plan and you want to rinse and repeat. And repeat this over and over again and watch your Facebook likes grow. So priming the pump. Okay, so this is sort of the chicken and the egg. Like, how do you get people to like a page that doesn't have anything on it? And why put anything on the page when there's nobody liking it? So the first thing you need to do is to really kind of start priming the pump. And so you want to pre-sell the Facebook page. You want to let people know what you're doing in advance. So you want to tell your newsletter list, hey, I have this new page. Why don't you come over and like it? You want to invite all of your current Facebook friends, and you want to promote the page on other social media channels. You actually want to start doing this before your page even comes up. You know, the page is going to launch tomorrow. The page is going to launch in 3 or 4 days, so that there's a quick growth right at the very beginning so people can see that, because people really love hopping on a bandwagon of a successful freight, you know, like this is really cool. I'm going to hop on the bandwagon. I'm going to get behind this because it's growing really fast. And so you want to create that illusion of of growing like a meteor. Is that even, that's not even. Well, anyway, you want to create the illusion of quick growth so that people jump on and want to see what's going on. So the coolest thing I found, which I actually didn't know about, is the suggest a friend feature that Facebook has. And so you can suggest your page to your friends, but it's even cooler than that. So how you do that is you go over on your page and there's the little message thing, and then there are the little 3 dots for more. You click on the more button, and then you go down to suggest page. And then the next thing that happens is that you get to suggest your page to your email contacts. So basically you get to create a custom audience for free on Facebook. This really got us a lot of likes really early on. You can export out of your email list, even if it's not Constant Contact or MailChimp or Vertical Response. All you need to do is go to Contact List File and create a CSV file and upload them, and then Facebook will suggest your page to the people on your list whose addresses match. And so it's really easy to do. I did that with our email list. My Gmail just has too many people in it, so I didn't quite go there because a lot of those people aren't so interested, I don't think, in my business. But you could also download your LinkedIn contacts and upload them through this. And this actually helped us get probably 400 or 500 likes pretty quickly, just by uploading contact lists and having it suggest to a friend, and it doesn't cost you a dime to do. So the next thing you want to do, once you sort of have set up your page initially, you want to get your targeting exactly right. So here's what you need to do. You need to do a little bit of spying. And so you need to go where your audience is hanging out. So whether it's in other Facebook groups, pick that person that you're like totally jealous of that does the same thing that you do, that's like a level ahead of you, and go look on their page and see what people are talking about over there. Go into forums, go to the local park, go to networking events, and then find out what else people are talking about. So if you find out that a lot of your audience likes cooking, or they're all into The Voice, or they're all into March Madness or whatever, you know, that's really cool. You know, so you need to, do that. And because that's going to help you when you're coming up with interests, because you have different ways of targeting people, because you're going to want to change your interests every once in a while so that you can reach new people once your likes start to stagnate. Okay, so ad targeting. So how you promote your page is you go to, on your page, it says find new customers, and there's a little button there that if you're not currently promoting your page that says promote page. So you can see the arrow right there. Okay, so this is our ad, just so you can see what it's going to look like. We keep it really simple. So it's a unique collaborative network for passionate entrepreneurs like to find out more. I think the call to action here is really important. The fact that you're clicking like. Like this page to find out more. You need to have that little bit in there because it will help people like it more. All right, so then the next thing is to use interests to target. And you want to use a lot of different interests. So I didn't put location because my business is sort of location independent. For interests, I have small business, I have eWomen Network, I have Entrepreneur Magazine, I have Small Business Saturday, Entrepreneurship, Fast Company. Sandy Krakowski, home business, work at home parent, Inc. magazine, just put a bunch because you want this targeted to a ton of different people. You want a bunch of people to see it. And so think of the magazines that people in your target audience would read. So if you're like my friend Karen who does quilting, it would be a lot of different quilting magazines, a lot of sewing, a lot of different things like that. But here's where that little tweak comes in, that if you find out that a lot of your audience is interested in basketball, even though you're a business coach, well then put basketball on there as an interest and do some posts around that, because that way you can really target your audience really specifically, and that is going to help you grow. And over the long term, Facebook will actually keep using this audience as it presents your page occasionally to other people as a suggested page, because it'll do that sometimes if you're growing fast. So then the next thing is you want to create your content wisely. And because people don't have, I mean, even if you love to teach, and I love to teach, and I love to write blog posts, and if really I had time, that's all I would do, is I would write blog post after blog post and do all of that. But most people don't really have time to do that. So you really want to create content that one piece can be used in many different ways on many different platforms. Now, of course, we don't really have time to get into all of that because there is a system that you can use to put all of this together. You don't really want to get into all of that on this webinar, but we are going to have a class in May where you can create your minimum viable marketing plan, where you can sort of figure all of this out and in 30 minutes a day get it taken care of. So you want to make sure that, you know, as you're doing your content, it makes sense. So here's an example, though, of how we've done it. See, these are little info doodles that I created for my podcast. And we used to have it all on one page. We used to have a giant info doodle. But we moved to index cards. And so we do little index cards with little bits of the podcast, because that way we can use those over and over and over again as colorful quote posts on social media. So we can promote the same podcast 12 times with different graphics every single time. And it, you know, it works really well because it's one piece of content that we're using over and over and over and over again. So, I just want to answer Shelly's question really quick. Yeah, I did this from Promote Your Page rather than the Ads Manager. Just to answer Shelly's question, there's another way to do it, Ads Manager, and I decided that I wanted to be as simple as possible, and it really has worked really well for us. So anyway, this is our, you know, these are our little podcast info doodles. And since we've incorporated this is just sort of an aside, our listenership has gone up. We actually took away one of our weekly podcasts, but our listenership of our podcast has gone up to about 1,500 people a week. And it was at about 700-800. So it really has been helping us a lot. And we're going to go over more tricks like that in the Minimal Viable Marketing Plan class that I'll talk about later on. So the next thing is, and this sort of goes back to what I was talking about with the little podcast quotes, is finding some ways to get people to actually like and share your content. Because I know that, you know, it's so frustrating to be putting stuff on the content, putting stuff out there, putting stuff out there, putting stuff out there 1,000 times and like getting nothing back. It just feels icky. So let's find some ways to avoid the fan page, you know, jungle. So the first is to really be creative in your curation. So if you find something on Facebook that is really popular, that people are sharing, that is really cool, that you personally like, and it resonates with your audience, go ahead and share it on your page, even if it's not your own content. I did that with this one, and it got to 903 people, and 55 people liked it, and one person commented on it. So it got to a whole new audience, because the more people like what's on your page, the higher your engagement and reach is going to be over time. A trick for this, if you're in business, let's say, and you know that your audience really likes Entrepreneur Magazine, periodically go over to the Entrepreneur Magazine Facebook fan page and look for the posts that are getting a lot of likes. So if something over there has 800 likes and it resonates, because if your audience likes that magazine already, they're probably going to like what you're sharing. So another thing to do is to kind of keep up with trends. And so this is Leonard Nimoy, and you know, I didn't realize, I mean, I've always sort of been a fan of Spock, but I didn't realize his whole other life until he passed away. And I really like what he had to say. And, you know, our Passionate Entrepreneurs Network that we're creating is all about sharing and more all about getting things through collaborating with others. So I thought this was a really good quote to share. And so I even boosted it as a $5 ad. And so with my $5 ad, I reached 2,600 people because it resonated with my audience. I gave credit to Mashable, you know, because it came from there. So always make sure that you credit the people that you're taking things from. But if there's something trending that you have something, you know, to say about that resonates with you, go ahead and post it on your site because you have a really good chance of increasing your engagement that way too. I actually did copy and paste it from their page, Shelly, and then I credited them back because I couldn't get it to share right. So that's how I did it. But you could share it from their page too. It's just, I saw this on Mashable as a website. So then I went ahead and just did a screenshot and posted it as a photo on my own page and then credited it back to them so that they were getting credit because that was the only way I could figure out how to do it. All right. So then, you know, great, you know, you've done this. And so then how do you incorporate this in overall in your strategies? So that's about planning, rinsing, and repeating. And again, you know, there is this class we're doing in May where we'll get you a plan for all the different channels. And so we're just talking about Facebook today. So here is our daily Facebook plan. We ask a random question, at least we try to every day. And I have to say with this, that this is our ideal Facebook daily template. And sometimes we're really good with this and sometimes we're not as good with this. So it just kind of depends on how things are and how things are going. But we try to hit this every day or every other day. We do a post about us. You know, Jasper teaching the Girl Scouts how to do movies, or Jasper playing the bass guitar. He has much more photo ops than I do for some reason. I don't know. Maybe I need to get a picture of me teaching chakra dance or something like that to put on the page. I don't know. We share our blog posts or our podcasts. We try to share something from somebody else that we think people will like. And then we haven't actually started doing this yet, but it's in our plan. Look for it soon on our page. Is we've done a bunch of YouTube videos promoting an opt-in. And so we're going to start sharing those because I think it's really important to post your opt-in to your Facebook page and to your social media page every day. And if it's not the only thing you're posting, then it's cool. If you sometimes you go to people's pages and all they post is like, we're having a sale, we're having a sale, we're having another sale. Have you checked out our earrings? Ooh, here's some cool bracelets. Ooh, come here and buy this from us. And so you need to have other things there to engage your audience because you notice that those pages that all they do is sell, 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 sell. There's nothing there. But it also seems like a waste of time to have a Facebook page and not get people on your mailing list because your mailing list is where you can keep people's attention. You know, people like your page, but unless they like something on your page, then your posts aren't getting into their newsfeed. So it doesn't do any good to have, you know, 700,000 people on your Facebook page and no engagement because that's just numbers for numbers' sake, and it doesn't increase your list at all. So you want to get people on your list and you want to have your list grow as a result of your Facebook postings. Okay, so now you guys are probably saying, this is awesome, Meredith. I took some really good notes. I'm looking forward to the replay. I'm looking forward to you sending me the slides so I can figure out exactly what buttons to push. This is really cool. But now what? So how can I actually use this Facebook strategy to grow my business? You need a marketing plan that's beyond just Facebook. And here's why people don't have this, and here's why, until really recently, we didn't really do this very well either. I have to admit, we're growing it. The first reason is that you don't really have enough time in the day to do everything you need to do. The second reason is that you don't really know what's going to work, so you just do a lot of everything and just throw the spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks. And sometimes you do what sticks and sometimes you don't do what sticks, but you're just constantly throwing spaghetti at the wall. And maybe you actually, like me, I enjoy creating content, so I can create content all day. Jasper's been really good at reining me in a little bit and saying, okay, this has to actually work. The other thing that happens, and again, I get guilty of this too, when you get really excited about something, it's really easy to be not consistent. And so then your audience is like, well, what the heck are they about? I don't even know. I mean, one day they're talking about Facebook ads, and the next day they're teaching me how to play the ukulele. I just don't even get it. It's just too much. And the second is you get overwhelmed because you have too much content to create in the first place. You feel like you have to write a blog post every day and do 4 social media posts and be on Twitter every hour on the hour and document your life through Instagram. And you see them as all sort of separate channels. So you're creating content for each of these different things. So you spend all of your time like documenting and sharing, and you don't have time to actually do the coaching or share the gift you were meant to share. And then that last reason is that you get into my 5-step blueprint to blah, 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 and you follow it blindly, but your audience isn't moving on it. So you really need to be able to create something custom for your audience that focuses on where your audience hangs out and all the rest. So that's why, a lot of times this whole marketing thing doesn't work as well as it could. So here's my solution. You need to create a minimum viable marketing plan. You need to create something that you can do in a half hour a day, every day, that reuses different bits of your content in different places, and that is really, truly customized to your audience. And so we are going to be doing this in May, and so we're starting early so that we can get a good group in the class. And so here's what we're going to cover in the class. We're going to talk about the overall plan, how to, like those menu plans that you use the leftovers the next day and create something new. We're going to create that with you. We're going to show you how to create content really simply so that you're not spending a lot of time writing these 700-word essays and treatises that nobody ever reads. And we're going to show you how to really start getting new leads from social media. They get into your email list and become customers instead of just building up your numbers just for the sake of saying, I have 2,000 likes on my Facebook page, which is awesome. I'm really excited to say that. But it doesn't do any good if you don't have new clients and if you're not getting leads from that. Okay, so Jasper has a question. Yeah, Sarah, we try to do them every day. We don't always do them every day, but that is our plan, and it's good to have a plan because I'm never stuck sitting on my Facebook screen going, what the heck am I going to share with them today? I have an idea of what I could share. So, even if I'm only like 75 to 80% successful in those daily postings, it's still good. And some posts hit it out of the park and others only get 3 people. But I'm excited that some of them get the 900 people, and the ones that don't, then those are the ones I do less of over time. It's a matter of looking and analyzing. So here's what your plan will help you to do. It's going to help you spend time doing what you love, not doing marketing. It's going to help you get the most out of the time you do spend. You're going to save money because you're not spending money on ads that don't work or having VAs do things for you that aren't effective. You're going to serve your clients better. And this is a big one. A lot of us are heart-centered entrepreneurs, and we're in business because we have a passion that really matters. And so you're serving your clients by giving them coherent information about your topic in a way that makes sense. So they're seeing variations of the same theme over and over again, and that way they can learn it in the learning style that fits them the best. So instead of giving them a bunch of disjointed information, and I'm so guilty of this myself, I'm like the fire hose, I'll tell you everything about everything. Instead, I'm now focusing on, one thing at a time so people can cover it at all angles and really get that information. And I can do that because I have a plan. So now you're probably going, well, okay, Meredith, you just said that this isn't the 5-step blueprint. Why is it this is a 5-step blueprint? Because it's just another cookie cutter plan. Well, it isn't. Those of you who have ever done any work with me know that I am anything but cookie cutter about everything. The class is given over a month, and you have homework between each class. So it's about a 30-minute class session per week with some homework over 3 weeks. So you have really some time to think about this and how to customize it to you. It's tailored to people with a limited budget and with limited time who are committed to growing your business. This is not a $2,000 class. This is not asking you to spend thousands of dollars on Facebook ads. This is really tailored to people who really just want to make this work and really want to get themselves and their business out into the world. And then we'll be around, to answer your questions and to cheer you on and to help you make this happen. So here's at the end what you're going to have. You're going to have a custom plan tailored to your audience that takes less than 30 minutes a day to implement. You're going to have a steady stream of clients coming to you because you will have this plan in effect over time. And one of the things we emphasize is making things evergreen so that as you build this stuff up, it becomes an asset for you. And so it's always working for you. It's not launch, get lots of clients, make lots of money. Oh, now I've got to deliver the class. Launch, get lots of clients, make lots of money. And it's like all that past work goes away. So instead, we're really concentrating on being sane here and creating a rinse and repeat plan that, those assets can still be on YouTube and still be on Facebook, and you can go back and promote them again. And you're really taking that shirt and getting the most use out of it in many different wardrobe combinations. And then finally, you're going to have a grateful community because they're finally going to be able to understand you and understand what you have to teach and not be going, oh, yeah. Oh, so today she's talking about newsletters. Great. Oh, no, she's back on the ukulele thing again. I really wanted to learn about podcasting. Where's that? Why did she ever talk about that anymore? So, the community will understand what you're doing, and it will help you. You'll help them learn and you'll help them teach. Okay, so this is how much this class costs. This class costs $97, which is a bargain. If you just sell one more product one time ever, you will have made this money back. You get one more client to do one more thing with you as a result of your marketing, you've made this money back. I just really want to share it with you. We have to cover our costs a little bit in creating the class, and so it's $97. But we can make it even better for you. And this is the deal. Jasper and I are in the process of launching the Passionate Entrepreneurs Network. And basically what it is it's an affordable incubator for solo entrepreneurs. And the base membership fee is just $30 a month. It's $1 a day. So if you join the Passionate Entrepreneurs Network, you get 3 classes, and I'll tell you what they are in just a second, for $90. So you'll get a class in May, in June, and in July. And, originally this was going to be $30 a month, but we're adding new features to it, and we really want it to be an incubator. So I don't think my coach, who's on this webinar right now, is going to let me keep it at $30 an hour very long. I mean, $30 a month very long, because it's really a lot of good information and it's not very much money. So this is our special launch price, and it gets better. So the first 3 people to sign up, you get a mini VIP session with me. The people who've had this session have said that they have a lot more clarity in their business. They have a lot, it really helps them get stretched out. And so to go there, it's passionateentrepreneurs.com/30. And so that is the the address to go to sign up for this. And so the class schedule is, in May, we're doing our minimum viable marketing plan. In June, we're going to talk all about webinars because we've been doing more of them, and we'll have some tricks to share with you, and we can share different technologies and how to set up your webinars so that you make money and you can kind of repeat it. And then in July, we're doing painless podcasting. And so this is basically a short and condensed version of a 6-week class we have that we sell for $150. So you're really getting a good deal. And of course, these classes, other than the May one, which we are doing, are subject to change according to member input, because we want to bring you the knowledge and information that you guys really need to succeed. So here is the little chart. And then I'm going to answer you guys' questions because I see some more Facebook questions coming in. So I'll answer those after this is done. So really, if you join for $97, you get the class. It's awesome. I mean, there we go. In June, if you do the $90 thing, you get 3 months worth. June is webinars that sell. July is painless podcasting. We are going to do 90 minutes of office hours every month where you guys can get laser coaching on whether it has to do with the class or whether it's just, a 15-minute discussion about something else. It depends on what you need. I'll do a one-to-one strategy session with you about how to get the most out of the network, and I really want to get to know everybody, especially our founding members. You get the archives of all the classes, so as you stay in, it becomes more and more valuable because the library is going to grow. The time bank is something that we're developing, and you're going to be hearing a lot more about this from us. Basically, it is a way to collaborate and spend your time doing what you love rather than learning how to do stuff that you hate. And so it's an hour-for-hour time exchange. We should be launching it soon. And I don't want to spend a lot of time on it now, but it is a member benefit that will be coming along. Resource Rolodex, I have used every tool. Honestly, I have. And so I will share the ones that I like and love the best. And, we already have 12 people in our community who are really active and helpful and specially picked. And so you can be part of that really awesome group of cool kids. And so that is the pitch. And I would love for you to go to passionateentrepreneurs.com/30 to sign up. And so now I'm going to answer any questions you have about Facebook. Keep it on the screen share. About Facebook, about anything. All right, so the site is password protected. Jasper, can you check that out and find out why that is? All right, so Adele's question. See, I love having tech support sitting right next to me, so they can figure out why something is what it is. If I only put $5 on my ads, does Facebook send it to 50%? No, it really isn't like that, Adele. And I haven't really figured out what magic Facebook uses to determine how many people it sends out to. A lot of it has to do with the ad itself. So if you send something out like the Leonard Nimoy quote that it was only supposed to go out to 1,000 people, and it ended up reaching 2,600 people. And the reason for that is that it got engagement. So Facebook went ahead and sent it out to more people because it wants to, get the biggest bang possible for the buck. So that's, that's what I know. I also know with my likes, the amount of money I'm spending on my likes, it says that I should get between 6 and 20 a day. But because the site has ended up being really popular, I'm getting between 50 and 100 likes a day, most days. Okay, Shelly, here's how it works. It is $90 for 3 months. I am not... we don't have it set up so after the first 3 months you get cap charged $30 a month. We are really hoping that everybody will love what they see and continue to be members. And so at the end of 3 months, so in May, June, July, the end of July, I'll start talking to you guys again and saying, hey, you should sign up for an ongoing $30 a month thing. But the $90 is all you pay for right now for 3 months, and then we don't continue charging your card over and over again after that. So it's just $90 and you get 3 months of classes, and then we'll talk about renewals at that point. And we'll probably offer you like a really good deal if you want to do it for a year at that point. You know, we'll have the time bank and all of that stuff. So no. Okay, guys. See, this is good feedback for me. The $90 is less than the $97 because I want you guys to join the Passionate Entrepreneurs Network. And so I'm willing to make it cheaper for you guys to do that. So joining the network, as part of the network, you get a class every month. The classes by themselves sell for $97 a piece if people just want to sign up for the class and have that be that, right? If you want to just join for $97, that's fine, then you're done. If you want to pay $30 a month because, you know, you'll see the high quality of class you get every month, then you can go ahead and join the network and do that. We're not generally in the long run going to be offering 3-month memberships. It really is going to be a longer commitment than that. But we are just launching, and there are kinks and bumps and just like my confusing the heck out of you guys that we need to figure out. And so that's why we're doing it this way. Okay, so, all right. So thank you for signing up, Carol Mead. We will figure you out. And Jasper's looking to see what the problem is right now. Hey, Jasper, if you go to the lead pages, we can paste in. Okay, so there we go. Oh, it just needs to Elaine's Facebook page. Awesome. So if anyone hasn't added their pages, go ahead and add their pages to the chat so that we can go ahead and like them all, and we'll go ahead and sort of let everybody know what those pages were so we can get started in getting likes for people. Does anybody else have any questions about the Facebook thing or about the classes or about the Passionate Entrepreneurs Network? Yay, Carolyn, yes. And Carolyn is one of our charter members. So when you join, you get to hang out with her, and she's very cool and is very helpful. So it's really worth joining and figuring out. So if you just put that link on there in case people are having trouble on the comments, are you in Webinar Jam? Okay, so does anybody else have any other questions? Okay, there we go. That is another link in case people are having trouble. Yeah, I'm happy to, for the first 3 people who sign up, and we may have gotten to that already, I don't really know. I will provide feedback on your current page. Awesome, Joan. I'm excited to see you. Yay. And Joan is also like a really cool cat, and so it's worth like joining this just to hang out with her. Shelly, right now I am posting 3 to 4 times a day, and I do it in the morning, and I schedule it out to go every couple of hours. And that's on the weekdays. On the weekends, I'm a little bit more lax about it because I kind of forget, honestly, to do it on Sundays, you know, or whatever. But that's generally what I've been doing, is posting 3 or 4 times a day. Hey, Hazel. Chasing my why. That sounds really awesome. Thank you for posting that. Any other questions? Yay, yes. Okay. So anything else from anybody? Very cool. All right, last chance for questions, and then I'm going to have Jasper send you guys all on your way. But I want to make sure that I have everybody's Facebook page who wants to put it in, and I have everybody's questions. And if you have any more questions, I'll be sending you guys a copy of the replay later. I just, you know, yeah, it'll be really cool. And you know what, Adele, I am going to actually set up maybe a little Facebook group for the people who are on this call, just so that it'll be easier to share links and stuff. Hey, Sarah, bye. I'm actually really impressed. Sarah made it from Ghana, and I can't even imagine what her internet is like there. So I'll see you later. Yeah, so thank you, Sarah. Yeah, $10 a day is scary, Elaine. You don't need to actually do it forever. Try it for a week, and you can see, try it for just a week. You know, so that's $50 that you're donating to ads, or even start with $5 a day. I mean, that's the nice thing about Facebook is that it really scales, and it can grow as you grow. Yes, you can totally do less, and you can totally do a set amount, and you can totally do for 3 days or whatever. So there are lots of different options that you can do. With the promote post and with the boost post, you actually just do a certain amount. You say, I want to spend $20. And so then you go from there. And it's a great way of just testing how well things are going to work. What I will say, though, is it's better to do a little teeny tiny amount over a longer amount of time. That seems to work better. It's like the Facebook ads need to marinate or something like that, than going for a lot of money all at once. That's just been my experience. And then the other thing with the long-term ads is we recently, and it kind of scared me, ran into a little bit of a problem where our number of likes started going down. You know, we'd be getting 60, 70 a day, boom, 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 boom. And then all of a sudden, nothing, you know, like not very much. And I'm like, well, we haven't changed anything. So what we did is we went ahead and went into our interest page, and we messed with that a little bit and changed it. And now we're getting the likes again. We just changed up a couple interests. We added a few that weren't there before. And so now the ad is getting served to new people, and the likes are going up again. So that's another thing, is when things start, you know, leveling off or going down, you need to change stuff up a little bit to keep it going. We're going to keep our ad campaign going until we reach 2,500, which is, you know, been told to me is sort of that level that things get really exciting on the Facebook page for you. So they're really exciting now, but we'll see what happens. And then we're going to kind of taper off on that and start advertising our content instead a little bit more. So any further questions? Alrighty then. We are going to send you guys all off to the offer page. And thank you so much for coming. This has really been awesome talking to you. So I will talk to you later. I think you can just go to attendees, and then you can redirect them. So you need to put the URL in again. So, yay. Yeah. All right then. Jasper's typing it in for you again now. So. Thank you. All right, bye everybody. Okay, go ahead and stop the broadcast.